Have you ever wondered why some people barely flinch at a broken bone, while others can't stand the pain of a paper cut? What if I told you your pain tolerance is as unique as your fingerprint, and science can explain why? Have you ever wondered why some people can sit through a dentist's drill without anesthesia, while others scream at the tiniest mosquito bite? Why do some athletes keep playing through serious injuries while others give up at the first sign of a cramp? Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of pain tolerance. Why it's so different from person to person, and what's really happening in our bodies and brains when we feel pain. What is pain, really? Pain is much more than just a feeling. It's actually a warning signal your body sends to let you know something's wrong. Think of pain as an alarm that goes off when there's damage, like when you cut yourself or touch something hot. That alarm protects us, making us react, move away from danger, or seek help. But here's the interesting part. That alarm doesn't ring at the same volume for everyone. For some, it's a faint buzz. For others, it's a blaring siren. Why is that? How does the body feel pain? It all starts in your skin, muscles, and organs, where special nerve endings called nociceptors act like tiny damage detectors. When you get hurt, nociceptors send electrical signals through your nerves, up your spinal cord, and into your brain. Only when your brain processes that signal do you actually feel pain. But the journey from the injury to your brain isn't the same for everyone. Some people have faster or more sensitive nerve pathways, while others are slower or less reactive. Plus, your brain isn't just a passive receiver, it decides how much pain you'll actually feel. If you're scared or anxious, your brain can amplify the pain. If you're relaxed or distracted, your brain can turn the pain down. Genetics? Do we inherit pain tolerance? Believe it or not, part of your pain tolerance is written in your genes. Some people inherit genes that make their nociceptors respond more or less intensely. There are rare cases where people, due to a genetic mutation, don't feel pain at all. While that might sound like a superpower, it's actually dangerous. They can get seriously hurt and not even know it. On the flip side, some genetic variations make people extremely sensitive to pain. Even minor stimuli can feel overwhelming, making daily life challenging. Scientists have identified genes like SCN9A, COMT, and OPRM1 that play a role in how intensely we feel pain. Interestingly, even your response to painkillers can depend on your genetics. The psychology of pain, the power of the mind. Your mind plays a huge role in how you experience pain. If you've ever told yourself, "This won't hurt," at the dentist and actually felt less pain, that's not a coincidence. Your brain can release natural painkillers called endorphins, which help block pain. Emotions like fear, anger, or sadness can make pain feel worse. That's why people under stress often experience more aches and pains. On the other hand, laughter, social support, and feeling safe can actually reduce pain. Sometimes just a hug or comforting words can make pain feel less intense. The placebo effect is another powerful example. If you believe you're getting a painkiller, your brain might produce chemicals that really do reduce pain, even if the pill was just sugar. The opposite, called the nocebo effect, happens when you expect something to hurt, and it actually does, even if there's no real reason for it. Gender, hormones, and pain. Did you know men and women experience pain differently? Research shows women often have a lower pain threshold, partly because of hormones like estrogen and because they have more nociceptors in their skin. But women are often more resilient to long-term pain, while men tend to handle short, intense pain better. Of course, everyone is unique. Hormonal changes during the menstrual cycle can also affect pain levels, and many women report a higher pain threshold during childbirth. Culture and upbringing. How you were raised and the culture you grew up in also shape your pain tolerance. In some cultures, showing pain is seen as a weakness, so people learn to tough it out. In others, expressing pain is completely normal and accepted. Kids who grow up in environments where pain is ignored often react less to pain as adults. For example, in some African and Asian cultures, children are taught from a young age to be stoic and not cry, while in Western societies, it's more common to express pain openly. Interestingly, your pain threshold can even change if you move to a new environment and adopt new attitudes and habits. Pain in everyday life. Real stories and examples. You've probably heard stories of people in dangerous situations, like car accidents or war, who kept going despite serious injuries. That's because the brain releases a flood of adrenaline and endorphins in emergencies, temporarily blocking pain. Only later, when the danger passes, does the pain catch up. On the other hand, some people suffer from chronic pain with no clear cause. This often happens with stress, depression, or anxiety. In these cases, the brain keeps sending pain signals even when there's no real injury. Can we increase our pain tolerance? The good news is, yes, we can. Regular exercise, meditation, breathing techniques, and positive thinking can all raise your pain threshold. Athletes, for example, build up pain tolerance through training. People who learn relaxation or mindfulness techniques can also handle painful situations better. There are even special therapies like cognitive behavioral therapy that help people change how they think about pain. People who learn to redirect their attention, visualize pleasant scenes, or use humor often cope with pain more effectively. Even your expectations can make a difference. If you believe you can handle pain, you often can endure more than you thought possible. Conclusion. So pain tolerance isn't just about bravery or toughness. It's the result of a complex interplay between your genes, brain, hormones, emotions, and environment. Each of us is unique in how we feel and handle pain. Understanding these differences can help us be kinder to ourselves and more empathetic to others. Now let us know in the comments. Are you someone who handles pain easily? Or do you feel every little scratch? And remember, the next time something hurts, your brain might just be trying to protect you. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and share it with your friends. See you in the next episode.